Well, I'm so glad that you're here today, Shauna, because it means food.
Yes, always.
I love it. And you've taught me so much, and I love your recipes.
Thank you.
Honestly, they're healthy, which is
absolutely
always great.
Number one.
Right? But we're making cookies. How many people make cookies at Christmas? Is this a tradition?
I absolutely believe so. I mean, I think there's something special about and nostalgic about families getting together, your kids making cookies. Actually, my kids helped me make these, so there you go.
Like these right here are proof of your kids making them.
Exactly.
I love it. Well, you know what? We have a similar tradition. I mean, sort of over the years, as my kids were little too, we made cookies. It was usually a disaster of a mess.
But that's the best part.
Is it? Okay.
Licking the spoons, licking your fingers.
Right.
We won't lick our fingers today, but
the hands all in it. I guess we're going to get our hands dirty.
We absolutely are getting dirty today, and I'm very excited.
All right, tell me what we're going to do.
Yeah, so what I brought today, these are pumpkin spice almond cookies, and I mean, there's such a... People either love pumpkin spice or you hate pumpkin spice. I absolutely love it. And this is the time of year for it. So I'm really excited about this recipe. So I'm going to get you to help me make these, Lori.
All right. I think I can do this.
Okay.
All right.
So I have 2 cups of almond flour here.
Yep.
Almond flour, I love. It's gluten-free. It's literally just blanched almonds that have been ground up. So if you have anyone that's gluten-free in your family, this is a great alternative. And it's also packed with protein, omega-3s. So you're getting a really great health boost right from the get-go.
Does it work different than other flours? In what, like, are there certain things to look out for when you're working?
Right. So it doesn't have the binders that that a regular whole flour will have.
Okay.
So, but we're using other binders today.
All right.
Okay. So let's start with the dry spices.
Okay.
So we're gonna use, this is cinnamon here. I absolutely love cinnamon.
Mm-hmm. I know the smells.
This is Christmas.
Just
right
imagine the smells. Yeah.
So we're going to use half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm going to get you to put that right in there. We also have some cloves. Cloves are another great Christmassy spice. They're very powerful cloves. So you just want to use a little bit. So we're just going to use a quarter teaspoon of that.
Yeah.
And I have nutmeg, another great Christmassy spice. This is the actual nut of nutmeg if you've never seen it before. It's really awesome and it's very hard. I've got my handy microplane here. It's the only way to grate it. When I use nutmeg, I always want to use the fresh. It's just, I mean, smell that.
Oh my goodness. I mean, anything fresh just boosts the flavor up a notch, right?
Exactly.
I have to admit, I buy the bags of spices. I know I shouldn't be doing that.
You know what? You absolutely can. This is ginger here. Yeah. Okay, you absolutely can. But when it comes to certain spices like nutmeg, I always opt for the fresh. It tastes more bold.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna use a pinch of sea salt there.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna get you to whisk that up.
All right.
And I'm gonna talk about the pumpkin puree. Again, it's kind of a pivotal part of the pumpkin spice. This is organic, natural pumpkin. There's no additives. There's nothing. It's straight from the can. And you know what? That's really the best way to get it. Okay, so we're gonna use 2 tablespoons of the pumpkin puree. Perfect. And then
this is my measuring skills, my tap and wipe, and there's probably a better way to do this.
You know what? Half the time I don't measure. I just dump it and I eyeball it. But for the sake of the recipe,
real chefs don't measure. I'm sure of it.
Okay, and here I have coconut oil. We've pre-melted this. You can do a stovetop or in the microwave. And this is a 1/4 cup of that. I'm going to get that right in there.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, we're already making a mess, but that's okay. It's part of the fun. Okay, so I'll get you to keep whisking that. We have pure maple syrup. And I don't know if you noticed, Lori, that there's no sugar in this recipe.
Well, I actually was looking for the sugar because whenever I bake, just saying, it seems like sugar is the primary ingredient.
You know, it usually is. I opt for maple syrup. Okay, so far, the maple syrup, the coconut oil, and the pumpkin puree, everything is binding. So there's no eggs in this recipe as well. So it is great if you have someone who's vegan or someone just has dietary restrictions in that regard. Okay, so we're going to whisk all that up. Yep.
Knock it off here and get more of the dry. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, perfect. We're going to get all that in there.
I'm just banging off my whisker. I want everything in the bowl.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, it smells so amazing. Okay.
So now this is the fun part. We're going to get our hands dirty.
All right. So if there's kids around, they might want to lick their fingers, but the professional way to do it is to dip your fingers in water, right?
Exactly. So because this is very moist, you want to just lightly dip your fingers, roll it, and we're just going to grab a little ball, a bit smaller than a golf ball. Okay. Gently roll that.
How fun. This is the fun part.
This is what my kids helped me with. We're gonna plop that on. You wanna
Okay.
make sure they're about 2 inches apart because as they bake, they will expand and
Okay.
soften down.
All right.
Okay, so we'll do a few more. And then we have our delicious marshmallows.
Yeah. And you just stick it on top
Stick it
there?
on top and lightly press it in.
Okay. I will be the marshmallow girl.
There you go. So
And
your
you know, the
hands-
kids are
there you
going to
go.
love this. We all love it. How long do you cook them?
These go in at 350 for 15 to 18 minutes.
All right.
They will come out still very soft. Don't let that scare you because that's the coconut oil. And as the coconut oil cools down, it's going to harden the cookie.
See how simple that is?
There you
Look at
go.
how simple that is. And look how beautiful they turn out. Wow.
Voila.
Okay, it's time to eat. Thanks, Shauna.
You're welcome. Enjoy.